Yo, what is up, YouTube? Playing some Osiris today for you guys. It's been a while since we pulled out the Osiris, if you will, and I don't really know what I'm doing for this video, to be honest. We're just playing Osiris and talking about how he's one of the best warriors, if not the best warrior. Him and Gilgamesh are definitely up there. I don't really think anything is close to him or Gilgamesh, to be honest. They are just kind of the guys at the top. I think a lot of warriors are playable right now, definitely playable characters, but Osiris and Gilgamesh just kind of stand out. And you guys loved the Gilgamesh video, although I'm sure it had a lot to do with, like, I was against a Masters border with a bunch of stars, and I said #1 warrior, yada, yada, yada. So I don't expect this video to do quite as well as that one, but hopefully you guys enjoy nonetheless. Do I want a horrific? I almost always go horrific, but versus a Chiron specifically, we're charging up our passive a little bit here in the base. I don't think we're going to do any more than that, though. Do we want to, because every time I go horrific versus Chiron, I feel like I regret it. So what would I want versus this guy? That I don't know, whatever. Let's not overthink it. Let's just get our stuff. But yeah, man, Osiris is just a sick character. He's been buffed like 1,000 billion jillion times, and he's always been relatively good in my opinion. It's just certain metas don't favor him. It's not really the character. It's kind of the metas, you know. But this one, a super high pressure meta, definitely suits him without a question. One thing I will say is he doesn't really have the greatest scepter pressure. Like, he has pressure on it because he beats people up, right? But he doesn't really push people off of it. You know what I mean? So he kind of has to actually force you off of it. He doesn't have a knock up or it necessarily even like knock up immunity or anything. Like if you were to ult, like say I wanted to ult so I didn't get knocked up, well, that actually leaves the area and I wouldn't get the scepter. So not the greatest at that, but he's pretty much good at just about everything else you could possibly think of. So gotta put some respect on his name, man. Definitely a character I see a decent amount. I see him every now and then. Like I'd say I see an Osiris every like 15-20 games, which isn't that much, right? But considering some characters are pretty good and they actually never get played, like ever, seeing a character every 15-20 games is not too bad. So I'm not going to pretend like the Duel community has no idea Osiris is pretty good. It's just he should definitely be getting played more than he is. I think people are just afraid of playing warriors. If this guy pushes up, oh, it's Zach. I didn't even know. If this guy pushes up, we're going to try to fight him for sure. All right, he's giving it. I think he was just bored because there was no minion wave to kill, so he was contesting this a little bit, but he chose that wasn't the smart decision. We're gonna try to just get the gold on the archers here. All right, feeling good, looking good. Put my 3 on him here. He's probably gonna try to dash through. Okay, I think he wanted to dash me, but didn't want to be too greedy for it because he didn't need to dash through me. Sometimes people overthink the Chiron dash. You know, just use your dash, man. You don't have to be weird about it. You don't gotta be weird. I don't know if I've uploaded a video. I played against Zach the guy quite a few times, but I don't know if I've ever uploaded a video against him. Maybe I have. Maybe like one, I think. But nonetheless, I actually forget what rank. I think he's a Masters player. I think. But I could be wrong about that. No offense, Mr. Zach the guy, because Zach's actually a regular viewer of mine, both in the Twitch stream and in the YouTube videos. So he's probably watching this video right now. What is up, Mr. Zach? Sorry that I don't remember your rank. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember most people's ranks. Like, I mean, I just don't. But I would say he's Masters, maybe Diamond something. I'm not sure, but regardless. Definitely plays a lot of Duel. I know that much. He definitely plays a lot of games per split. Maybe not every split, because I do think he works or goes to school or something. I don't know. He can't just no life degenerate Duel all day, every day. But I have seen him rack up a lot of games, so an experienced player nonetheless. Which these days, man, it's hard to find anybody that's even remotely decent or experienced. Like that's why I like to hype up my opponents sometimes, and like sometimes my my viewers and stuff will come into the YouTube videos or the stream and say like, you know, I appreciate you assuming I'm a Masters level player when I'm not, and like stuff like that, right? And it's because you guys got to understand, a lot of the people I go against, like a lot, are like people with like their Smurf accounts with random like Spanish names that do nothing but PvE and spam laugh and then F6. Like, so if I go against somebody that even has half a brain cell, I consider that to be like a blessed day. Like I'm like, oh, this person knows what his what his character's keys are, you know what I mean? Like he knows how to type a sentence. Yeah, that's a pretty good player, you know? That's kind of how I feel about it, because the duel scene is just, I don't know, I don't want to say it's gotten worse, because it's always been kind of bad, but it does feel like it's gotten worse. And it's funny too, because a fair amount of content creators and players were saying that these new ban rotations are gonna revive Duel and bring back Duel and blah 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 blah, and I just feel like it's gotten worse. Like the players have gotten substantially worse. I don't know. I think I've gotten a lot better, to be fair. So maybe it's just a comparison thing, but everyone just seems to PvE and have absolutely no clue what they're doing. But I don't know. Guess it's up. Let me know what you guys think, actually, if you made it to this point of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Has Duel gotten worse, guys? Am I just dumb? Am I a stupid guy? Do I not understand? Do I not know ball? Let me know. Zach.
Okay. Okay. A wise choice.
Whatever, man. He's probably just looking for tower pressure. I get it. It's annoying, but I get it. But what if I just, like, healed my tower, though? You know, Zach? What would you do then? Looking for tower pressure? And looking for wave pressure, making me lose a bit of gold. But what if I just healed my tower, Zach? How would you feel then, huh? How would you feel then? Or, well, I am about to lose my scepter, though, which is not very cash money. And I don't have my finished defense item, and he does, so he's going to get this scepter, probably. I don't know, maybe I could bully him off. Probably not, though, because I don't do enough damage. Like, and at the end of the day, like I said, Osiris, he's that guy, you know, he's really good. But he doesn't have any way to avoid getting knocked up by Chiron, and he doesn't have a way to knock up Chiron and get him off the scepter kind of thing. So if I don't do very much damage, like if he has an advantage with his itemization and I don't do that much damage at this stage of the game, he's just going to win, right? Is that a power pot, Zach? Oh my god. Taught him everything he knows. That's all me. You're welcome. Respect. I do think that is a bit early on the power pot, though, because he doesn't have any damage at this stage, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be a bit too greedy and I'll try to fight him in a spot that I shouldn't, and he'll kill me, and I'll be completely wrong about everything I just said. But as long as I play relatively decently and smart, and he doesn't out-secure me on these buffs, although he might have already done that regardless, so who knows. But point is it's a little bit early for the power pot. Usually you want to do it around after third item, or if you're just destroying your opponent, but he's not. And he has potential to win this red buff engagement, right? But I wouldn't exactly say he's destroying me, right? So, a little bit weird in my opinion, but I respect it. The thing that sucks for me right now is poking him doesn't really do that much for me. Because, Chiron just has so much sustain, man. And we both have defense, so he's not really taking that much damage to begin with. And he has a lot of healing, so I think he knows he can get this rock pretty easily over me. Okay, he did just use his dash. I don't actually know the cooldown of that ability, but I do know that it's on cooldown, and I should try to force this rock. He's not really playing that aggressive, which again, goes into what I was saying with like the power pot being kind of a waste, because if you're not getting any value out of it, like, so I'm not saying you have to get a kill off of the power pot, but you at the very least would like to get buff pressure and stuff like that, and he's not getting that, so it's a little bit weird, to say the least. I think I might just go Horrific Thorns this game and then get a Magi's. I think that might be pretty good, actually. Because the thing that's weird about going beads into Chiron is when you beads it, it's still kind of hard to chase him, first of all. Like, you beads it, and it's still a little bit weird, like, trying to catch up to him afterwards. And another thing is you have to, like, time it perfectly. And that's kind of hard to do sometimes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to buy my second relic. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But what I will do is, even whether I wait to buy my second relic or not, I will try to catch him off guard with, ow, dude. Try to catch him off guard with a Magi's purchase, and by that I mean I'm not going to start the tier 1 or the tier 2 right in front of him. I'm probably going to buy the entire thing and then try to force a fight. That's what I mean. I guess I could go Blink too, but the thing that's risky about Blink I don't know, maybe I should get it. But if I don't have horrific thorns, then he might out-trade me. That's the problem. Chiron has very good auto-attack damage. My Transcendence is stacked. That is something I didn't mention earlier, that he opted to not go Transcendence, and I did. So I actually had like a weaker item than he did. Like I had weaker item spikes. And now I have that pin, which is going to help my ability damage a lot. It's going to be very nice. He let me get the rock again. Again, it's just strange to me that he went a power potion and isn't getting any pressure. Like, he probably hoped that he would, right? But he didn't, so. I haven't really got much value out of my horrific this game yet, but I mean, neither has he, and we're kind of just stalemating the game and the matchup. Like we're neither one of us are really using horrific, and neither one of us are really even trying to kill each other too much, so. Bit of an interesting situation, to say the least. He can steal this from me very easily, especially with that power pot that I keep mentioning. So this is kind of risky, but I don't know, man. I'm feeling risky. Feeling crazy. He should be looking to try to force my ult. If he doesn't get my ult, that's kind of bad for him, I would say, overall. I'm gonna get this. If he gets my tower, that's really bad, but hopefully I'm right about him not being able to get my tower, and we force him back here. Yeah, he didn't even get it low, man. Doesn't have enough damage yet. Well, we got ourselves a power potion, and we got ourselves a thorn, so not feeling too shabby. I'm just gonna ult for pressure, man. Alright, he actually ended up dashing it. We rooted the dash. He's kind of just screwed here. There's not really much he can do about it. I don't blame him for trying to push up, trying to get some pressure, but unfortunately it was the bad call, or it was a bad call. He just messed up his dash, though, to be fair. That could happen to anybody. He probably didn't expect to get hit by the root. He probably expected to dash and avoid it entirely, right? But it's one of those things where it's like you're trying to make a good play and pressure, but then you like panic, or you're a little bit slow to do something, and it's kind of like a small misplay. Like, it's something that's easy. That it could happen to anybody, but when it does happen, like a small misplay changes the entire game, right? I call it a small misplay in the sense of it's not a hard mistake to make, but it is a big misplay at the end of the day. I think we're going to go Aussie here, I think. Yeah. I'm just going to rush him down. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my guns and go what I was doing. Actually, he does have green Xe already, which is interesting because I haven't even went... Never mind. I was going to go Aussie, and that's really good because he wouldn't have anti-heal by this point, and he would have to get it later, but he actually already opted to finish his anti-heal. I guess he was assuming I was going to get the Aussie, which he would be right. I was going to get the Aussie, but I can just kind of switch my build. Like, there's nothing wrong with going Kins, even if he is just, you know, a hunter, not a tanky class, right? But, and he also doesn't have any HP built, but the Aussie, the Kins is still good. Now, if I knew that I wasn't gonna go Aussie, would I have went 4th item Kins? Probably not. I probably would have went maybe even like Boomerang for crit, or I would have went I don't know, actually. Maybe I would have went Kins, now that I think about it. Kins is pretty good here. I could have went Serrated. That's another thing I could have went that probably would have been better than Kins, but I'll take it. Regardless of whether there was a better option than Kins or not right here, I still think it's fine. There's nothing like horrible about Kins. We never hate having a Kins, so. Right, he does have a ward. I don't know if he had 2 wards and he already placed one down, or what the case may be right now, but is he going to ward, looking over the wall? I don't see him. As you guys can see, though, Chiron is a very oppressive character. In fact, some of my recent losses, multiple losses, have been to Chiron players. Very oppressive character, very hard for melees to kill. This may look like it's very one-dimensional matchup. And don't get me wrong, Osiris is great, right? I'm just saying that Chiron actually has a lot of potential to kite and be super annoying, man. I think Zach is giving me a little bit too much respect. Like, he knows who I am. He's a viewer, right? So I think he's just assuming that I'll win every fight and he shouldn't take them. But there were definitely some points of this game where he could have pressured harder, especially when he had that red pot. He could have pressured harder. I just don't think he 100% knows his capabilities, or he's just a little bit scared of like me or Osiris or whatever the case may be, right? But now here's where my build is a little bit interesting. I think I could go the Magi's Cloak, although it's a weird situation now because it's like I have so much pressure, and also he messed up the last fight. And he kind of messed up the last fight really bad and didn't use his dash correctly. So that makes me think, like, why would I want Magi's if he's just going to do that, right? But at the same time, it's not guaranteed that he's going to mess up his dash. In fact, I would argue that after you mess up your dash like that, you're going to be a lot more careful about it and try not to let that same mistake happen again, right? So, I don't know. But at the same time, if I do go Magi's, he could just choose not to dash through me and only dash forward kind of thing. And not dash through me, which wouldn't proc my Magi's. But I think that's kind of a win in itself. If he's not dashing through me, then I can follow his dash pretty easily, I think, depending on how I position myself. So, long story short, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm just going to get myself a Magi's and get myself a Magi's Revenge. I'm going to get another Power Potion. I'm going to get a Proximity Ward for the slow. And we're going to try to do Bull Demon. He could be on Bull Demon right now, which would be a very heads-up play by him. Very smart. Hopefully he's not. I don't think he is, but he could be. If he is on it, we'll try to kill him. Okay. Saw him ward, but he's not exactly on it, though. Alright, we're level 20. We're running at this guy. We're chasing him. Doing good. Feeling good. Terrific. Oh, I dropped that kill, man. I dropped it so hard. Alright, we're gonna back. We still have our Magi's. We don't have our Horrific or our ults, but I think we're in a pretty decent spot still overall. Should I get this? I'm just gonna get it on the assumption that he's gonna go anti-heal, or that he's gonna go lifesteal. If he doesn't, like, it's gonna be the same situation with me, right? I probably just should have had the other Xe. But I think, honestly, having this Xe and forcing him not to go lifesteal is a win in itself, so whatever, I'll take it. Maybe I should have just went the other Executioner. Definitely an argument to be made for that, but... Or just saved my money, I guess, but I think going this is fine. He does have a Chalice, he does have lifesteal, right, so... And there you go. We stopped the Chiron from doing what he wanted to do, which is knock me back. The only reason I was able to chase him that easily right there is because, well, he didn't knock me back because I have Magi's, but also he did hit me with it, which makes the Magi's Revenge something I haven't explained yet this video, which I probably should. Kind of bad on me. But the reason why Magi's is so strong is not only because I can cleanse his dash and make it to where he can't dash through me and throw me backwards, but if he does that, it also gives me a buff. And the buff that it gives me allows me to do more damage to him and also have movement speed towards him. Here, I'll show it on screen if you want to pause the video to read it. But it essentially says, if they proc your Magi's, you go faster towards them and you deal more damage. That's what it essentially says, right? So, very, very good item, I would say. Now, here's the weird part where, like, I want to go... I want to go... Alright, I'm going to take a chance. Take a chance on me. I'm going to take a chance here. The problem with this build is with Magi's, I'm lowering my DPS to get cooldown and the Magi's proc, right? And Oboe is also an item that doesn't exactly have the greatest optimal DPS. And so basically what I'm worried about here is if I go too much into these utility items that allow me to chase him, or in Oboe's case, I'm going this so I can hit the Titan and bounce it between the two. And it basically... Oboe is the Titan Ender item, essentially. And I'm worried that he might just simply out DPS me now, is what I'm worried about. But, I don't know, we'll see. It kind of depends, too, though. Like, if he doesn't even try to fight me half the time, then he's not going to out DPS me, right? Because he's not even hitting me. It really just depends. Like I said, I'm taking a chance here. We're going to try our best to see what happens. We're going to wait for this minion wave to spawn. We're going to clear it before we do anything crazy. Alright, he's ulting it. Not a terrible idea, but certainly interesting to say the least. Alright, he kind of got our Magi's there. Honestly, now that we've gotten him in this position, I think I have decided what I'm gonna do actually. I think I'm gonna sell this. for this. All right, what's my power pot looking like? All right, my power pot's almost gone. We're going to do this. We're going to go double defense, which the Magi kind of was already double defense, right? It's just not super great versus him specifically. Like it just gives me a little bit of prot. It's not that big. But now that we've kind of got him where he's at right now, I don't really think our play is to kill him anymore, especially since we purchased Oboe, right? Like he's way too difficult to kill while he's under the tower like that. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to sell our Magi's instead of going extra damage, because I don't think I need extra damage. I do plenty of damage to the Titan. I just am not tanky enough to do it, right? So long story short, we're going to go double defense, and this is also a hybrid item, so it allows me to do, I'll get cap attack speed once I get auto attack, and that's going to be really great for me. And I think this will make me just tanky enough to be able to front door the Titan, especially with my Thorns, because Thorns does damage to the Titan as well. Not like a lot, but it does damage, right? So. Alright, he's putting himself in a weird situation here. Don't get me wrong, that was actually decent for him, but still weird. God dang, dude. Maybe I should have kept my Magi's, or maybe the play is just to get rid of the Oboe at this point. I don't know. Like I said, Chiron's a very tricky character to go against as a melee. It's not like he counters melees or anything. You can win for sure, but it is very hard sometimes. It depends on the matchups, of course. Certain warriors can deal with him a bit better. I don't think he'll expect my ult cooldown to come back up as soon as it will. A lot of people get caught off guard by how fast certain things can come up. Just looking to poke him down the best I can. If I can get on top of him and horrific him, that's going to be great for us, but easier said than done at times. I do have my full passive right now, which is really big. Probably use that to my advantage and just run at him here. Still have Bull Demon for a couple of seconds here. Maybe I'll just use this pressure to get the red buff, I suppose. Dang, man, it's tricky. Definitely tricky. Oof! He ulted to try to steal that. The sneaky bugger. This is a good game, though. I think this is a good game. I can still lose this, by the way. Okay, now he's just being annoying, man. Just let me back.
A power weapon for a mortal world.
He might be pressuring my tower here. I don't think he will, but he could. Maybe I should just upgrade my relics at this point, but I don't know. One thing I will say that could be a mistake, right? You know, there's a lot of things in this video that I haven't 100% made up my mind on whether it's a mistake or not quite yet. One thing that could be a mistake is not upgrading my relics and also not getting a 3k pot. So, we'll see. Maybe I should have kept my Magi's too, to be honest. That could have been a big mistake. I can't really get near him now, which sucks. It really does suck. I don't know. I'm kind of still thinking on what we should or should not do. It's a beautiful slow by him. Hey, that's my tether down too. It's a good play. Kind of like a bad time for me to tether, although I will say it doesn't really matter because we're not really fighting anymore anyways, so. The fight is over. Indeed. It's really hard for me to stack my relics on this character, is another thing I'll say. I think he would assume that I backed. I can back here soon and upgrade my relics and get a 3k pots. Dude, this is so dumb, man. Because, like, what sucks is I've been winning this game the entire game, right? Winning, like, dominating this game. And he kills me one time and I just lose. That's just the Hunter way, man. How it's always been. I mean, I will front door this dude's Phoenix if he tries to go for my tower or something silly like that.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Alright, I'm assuming he did back there. I need to fight him over the red buff. Alright, let's get this. Maybe I should be buying more proximity wards, actually. They do kind of come in clutch. Or at least they can come in clutch. Maybe I should buy one just to block his auto attacks, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Dude, there's no way you are ulting to stop my back right now, Zach. Is this real? Is this a real life situation? I want to force the fight, but the thing is if I ult him, then he just dashes through me, right? So. Oh, did he back? Oh my goodness, man. Okay. Alright, we're gonna back, refresh our potion of power, and we're gonna buy a proximity ward. I think proximity ward can be massive for us, actually, because if it can block 3 autos, potentially, depending on how you use it. It can not only slow them, but it can also block 3 autos. Or it can just block 3 autos, because if they kill it faster than it goes off, then there you go, right? It's not gonna slow them. But it will block 3 autos, and that can be even more valuable than the slow, actually. And there's my thorns, which is not great for us. Just gonna try to catch up to him here. Oh my god, Chiron is so annoying, man. What an annoying character. I think I'm slightly worried about him dashing into me. But at the same time, if he dashes into me, I think I just win that trade, actually. Okay, he used this horrific. He's ulting to stop my back again. Oh, dude, I hate duel players. I hate duel players so much. I hate them so much. My ult comes up here soon. Maybe we make a play with that. Can we outtrade him if we get close enough with the horrific? Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, I hope you guys feel for me, man. I hope you guys see how annoying this game is.
That should be helpful.
Hopefully he doesn't get the red, although I think he will. This is so annoying, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Osiris is a top warrior, but it's so hard to deal with Chiron as a melee character. It's not impossible by any means, but it's very difficult. Oh, I got him with the slow. I got him with the slow. He made a mistake. Another slow. Okay, there we go. Alright, that is one thing I will say going against Chiron is the moment you make one big mistake, it's just over, right? But I mean, that's how it should be, to be fair. We're just clearing the way for fun at this point. We actually don't even need to. Dang, man, this is a close game. I hate Chiron so much, man. What a tricky matchup to play. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think I should have done as far as my build and stuff goes, because maybe I should have won a defense pot over an offense pot. I didn't opt to do that because, as you can see, he has pen here, he has pen here. I actually thought he had a little bit more, but XC dominance is more than enough pen, I think. I'm already double defense, you know, like I think the double defense was overall good. The only question in my mind is, should I have, maybe I should have switched up my pot, I don't know. But I think maybe the Magi's, because the Magi's tech was really good. But once I bought the oboe, I kind of decided that I was just going to end the game. But then he got to the point where he was Chiron. I'll be honest, the main reason why I thought I could just go double defense and oboe the Titan down is because he was kind of playing it poorly. He was making mistakes, and I was able to abuse them, right? But then we got to the stage of the game where not only does Chiron get online and start doing big damage, right? But on top of that, he started playing it much better. Like, he played that late game really well, obviously with a couple of exceptions, right? But overall, he played that late game super well. So props to him. He just made one mistake. He gave me the red buff, which honestly, that wasn't even that big of a deal though. But the main thing is just that he put himself in a corridor and then dashed out, and I got my slows on him after he dashed. Like, the moment, that's why I was so excited when I got it, because the moment I got my slows on him, I knew I could catch up to him and kill him, right? One thing I will say, Zach, if you're watching this, I don't think you should be going oboe, man. I think you got that because you wanted to clear fire minions and whatnot, and it can poke late game. It's definitely decent, but I think your build, like, you should have just been playing around outboxing me once, like, my stuff's down. Like, if I overcommit with my ult or I waste my relics, then you should just be able to stand your ground and box me, kind of thing. Especially since you can flick me behind you, you know, and whatnot. So I think if you just went, I don't know, honestly, if you went Demon Blade for crit and more pen, that could have been really good for you. I think that's probably what I would have done. You could have also potentially even went double defense. I don't know how good that would be, honestly, but it's definitely an option. I think maybe I should have kept my Magi's, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys think if I kept the Magi's, because I would have been less tanky if I traded out one of my defense items. Magi's is not nearly as tanky. Do you guys think if I traded out my Magi's, would I have been tanky enough? Would I have done enough damage? Because, like, say if I kept this double defense and went Magi's, if I didn't have this boomerang, would I have enough damage to compete with him? I don't know. All I know is the way I built, like, this build right here is good, as long as the only thing that's bad about this build is I basically have to wait for him to make a mistake. Whereas if I go Magi's, I don't really need to wait for him to make a mistake, right? I just force the issue. But the problem with that strategy is if I force the issue, I might not have enough DPS, right? So I don't know. It's up for interpretation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I appreciate you guys. Again, I feel like I talked about my build a lot. Maybe I should have, maybe Kins was a problem, but overall I think my build was decent. It's definitely good enough. The only problem is just I couldn't really force the issue. Also, maybe there's an argument to say that my relics were bad, just because I built these relics off the assumption that he was going to try to stand his ground and fight me, like I was just telling him to do, instead of going oboe. And since he didn't really do that, I don't know, maybe that was a good play on his part, but my relics didn't really seem that impactful, given the fact that he didn't stand his ground. In hindsight, honestly, I think Sprint could have been good, because I can cleanse the slow from his horrific, I can cleanse the slow from his 2, and also Sprue entangling the upgrade for it would actually CC his dash. Only for 1 second, so it's not like it's a complete counter, but maybe that 1 second of spruting him and rooting him during his dash, maybe that could have made the difference. I don't know. Up to you guys to decide, but one thing I know for sure is that was a really good game. And I actually haven't had a close game like that in a while. Like, that felt fair on both sides. I've definitely just gotten destroyed before, but this actually felt fair on both sides. It was really fun and irritating, but fun game. And appreciate you playing, Zach. And let me know in the comments below if you guys think I built wrong or whatever. I think we did okay. Maybe some things we could improve on for the next one for sure. But one thing I do know is Osiris is good, and we won that game. Let's go. And this is a freaking terrible matchup too, by the way. Not like terrible in the sense of that Osiris can't win. It's just, it's really irritating and difficult to win. It's hard to beat Chiron as a melee character, especially when you opted to not go beads or Magi's like I did, right? Definitely interesting strategy on my part, but I think it was okay. I think we did all right. I hope you guys did enjoy watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.